Hello my fellow noobs and newbies to the channel. You may have stumbled on this video if you're an aspiring mangaka, or you may want someone to draw with. Thank you for following me so far, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. Today I'm finishing my creature drawing from a few days ago by adding in some details. I'll also go over what process I took to imagine this monstrosity, so let's get to it. Initially, I thought that I wanted to have the face of an old man on this creature with droopy skin and the body of a chicken, but after thinking how this will just end up being a KFC Colonel Sanders 8-piece chicken creature, I decided to change it up. Oh, just kidding. That is not really what happened. What really happened is that I thought that the creature would look more disturbing with a fish skull instead of an old man kind of droopy pose and a chicken body. Then I changed my mind once more because I thought that with the chicken body having chicken wings and just a fish skull for a face, that seemed kind of bland, so I just wanted to change the wings to have bat wings instead. So I believe that knowing the skeletal structure of the creature that you're trying to draw helps, or at least help me to envision how this creature is going to function in the world that is set up. And the only reason why I had that experience is because I knew the skeletal structure of animals, and basically I just combined those skeletal structures to make something of my own in a sense. So, for example, the skull of this monster helps me to know where the eye will be, obviously, and the spine tells me how this creature is going to stand, how it may walk, or what difficulties it might face in, the world that it's in. Also, the bones where the wings will tell me its wingspan, how long it's going to be, and the position of the feet tells me how it's going to stand and how it'll walk. And those are pretty basic concepts that I think we as artists or mangakas need to understand when we're creating creatures, because that's important for us to know when interacting with our character. So press that exploding thumb icon if you've drawn creatures before, or if you like creatures in general. Also, just let me know what is your favorite creature in manga and in anime. So one of the most favorite things that the audience of manga like to do is to really dig into the lore of the world behind it, or at least behind the world that the mangaka creates. And some of that lore has to come from the creatures themselves. So in essence, you kind of have to know what your creature or the backstory of your creature in a sense. And for example, with this creature, the lore that I created is, starting with the face, the creature's face tells me that the teeth are sharp. So how does it bite? How does it eat? And its overbite, or I think it has an overbite or underbite, not sure. But basically, it can't bite correctly, as you can see. And since it has long fangs, it's also dangerous. The teeth are sharp and it can cause some serious damage. But because it has a hard time eating, it starves, which is why it's very skinny, as you can see there. And this monster has his spines sticking out, so when it flies, the spines itself may puncture it, but it's also a defensive mechanism. So other creatures may not want to grab it directly to avoid getting punctured themselves. And also, it can't really fly very well because of the diminished wings or the holes in it. So you can see how just by the design of this creature that I created, that there's a lot of mechanics to this creature that can be used, and maybe it's mechanics that undermine the creature itself, or maybe they are mechanics of the creature that will cause some difficulties for your characters and the story itself. So first off, I really don't have a name for this monster so far, so I'm really not sure what to name it. So let me know in the comments what you would name it. And second, what I've learned so far is that the combination of perspective, figure drawing, and adding in detail will help me to create the creature and the position that I want it to be in. And then lastly is the creature will have a lore to it, and that's all part of the intriguing aspect of manga, because we want to immerse ourselves into this world, something that is not really reality, or it's a fantasy that we can invest ourselves in to kind of escape reality in a sense, I guess. But it's important to know the lore of your creatures and how your creature is going to interact with your characters. Is the creature strong? Is it weak? Is it friendly? Is it suffering? What is it doing? What is its purpose in the story? But I believe that is all I have for today, noobs and newbies. And please feel free to share this channel with your friends and family. I'm really trying to grow this channel, and it would really mean a lot to me, and it would help out the channel a lot if you were to share this with them. So thank you so much for watching, noobs and newbies, and I hope to see you all on the next one.